with your yarn in front of your fingers. Wrap it around the back and cross over in the front. And then hold it in the back. Put your hook under the first loop and attach it onto the back one and hook it through. And then pull that loop tight for a slip knot. Now I'll show you how to hold your yarn. Loop it around your pinky and over your index finger. This allows your yarn to be in a great position when you start crocheting. Now we're going to start our foundation chain, which will form our base loop. You yarn over from the back over the front of the hook and then pull it through the loop. And we're going to do that 4 times to make 4 chains. And now we're going to attach this end to the original side by putting our hook through the 2 bars of the first chain. And we're going to do a slip stitch by yarning over and pulling that through the 2 bars and continuing to pull it through our loop. And that completes the slip stitch and joins the 2 ends and makes a circle. Now we're going to chain 4 to start off our first round. Yarn over and pull it through the loop 4 times. And you can see I hold my work with one hand and my hook with the other, and both hands work together to pull and maneuver the yarn where I need it to go. Now we'll start the first double crochet. Yarn over, hold the yarn, and put it through the middle of your circle. Just getting the tail out of the way. And then we're going to yarn over again, pull that underneath the base, and we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over again and pull it through 2 of those loops, and yarn over one more time and pull it through the remaining 2 loops. First double crochet complete. Now we'll do 2 more double crochets. Yarn over, put it through the middle of the circle, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, and again, yarn over, hold it, put it through the center of the circle, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. Your first shell is complete. Now we're going to chain 2, which will form the corner. Then make 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, hold it, put it through the center, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, and we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Let's look. We've done 2 shells, we have 2 corners. We're going to chain 2 more to form our 3rd corner, And now we're going to do 3 more double crochets. Notice I slide my stitches over to make room for the rest of the stitches. I'm also constantly using both hands to move the yarn where I need it to go. My non-dominant hand holds, moves, and pulls the main work, while at the same time I use my dominant hand to maneuver my hook to catch, hold, and pull the yarn through the loops. Now chain 2 more for this corner, and we're coming into our last shell. So we'll only be doing 2 double crochets, and then we'll be joining it to our original stitch. Now you're going to slip stitch to attach these 2 stitches to the original chain 4 to finish the round. Put your hook under the 4 chain and yarn over, pull it through the base and on through the last loop. Round 1 is now complete, and if you stretch it out, you should be able to see holes in each of the 4 corners. Just like when we started the last round, we'll start this round with 4 chains. These 4 chains represent the last double crochet that forms the final shell on the round, as well as the 2 chains that form a corner. I forgot to do it, but it's a good idea to use your stitch marker and attach it near the top of this chain of 4. This will help you distinguish the beginning of your round. Now we will continue in a similar way to the pattern that we followed in the previous round. 3 double crochets, and if you drop the stitch like I did, just pull it out and keep going. In this round you aren't crocheting through the center. Instead, you'll be crocheting through the chain spaces that you made on the previous round. In this case, you double crochet through the corners where you did 2 chains. When working between corners, you will only add a single chain between shells. So here we'll make 1 chain and then work our next shell in the next corner. Basically, in each corner you will make a shell made up of 3 double crochets, then chain 2 for the corner, and then you'll make another shell of 3 double crochets. You'll notice here that I slightly split my yarn and didn't quite pull through the whole loop. So I just continued to work with the hook to get it through that whole loop. I could have also used my fingers to pick that little split piece up and help to pull it over the hook. Here I just finished my last double crochet of the shell, and then I immediately crochet my single chain between corners. In the corner I just completed, you can see the 2 shells. In the shell I just finished, you can see the stitches are vertical, and the shell I completed before that, the stitches are horizontal, and then they're joined by the 2 chains. That's how we get our square shape. Now we'll move into our next corner. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and another 3 double crochets. And again, chain 1 between shells when moving along the sides of the square. Make your next corner with 3 double crochets, chain 2, and another 3 double crochets. You'll recall that I forgot to add my stitch marker to my chain 4 at the beginning of the round, so that's what I'm doing now. Between clips I also added 1 chain after my last shell, so don't forget to chain 1 between shells here. Now we're going to finish this round. Our chain 4 is going to stand in for the final double crochet of this shell, so we're going to make the other 2 double crochets. When doing this, ensure that you're putting your hook through the corner hole of the previous round. Your stitches will slightly overlap the base of the chain 4. To finish off the round and join your final stitches to the beginning chain 4, insert your hook under the chain 4, yarn over, and make a slip stitch by pulling it around the chain 4 and continuing to pull it through the loop on your hook. Round 2 is now complete. Notice each corner has a hole from your chain 2, and there is now a hole in the center of each side because of your chain 1. This round will be very similar to the last round, except this time there is 1 more shell on each side. We start the same with a chain 4, which will eventually stand in for the last double crochet of our final shell of the round, and it also creates our corner in place of the chain 2. And now I'll move my stitch marker to the top of my chain 4 to mark it as the beginning of the round. Make your first shell of 3 double crochets. Chain 1 between shells along each side. 3 double crochets in the next chain space. Chain 1 between shells along the side, and for the corner make 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1 between shells along the side, and 3 double crochets in the next chain space. Chain 1, and then you'll move into the next corner with 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1 between shells along the side, and then 3 double crochets in the next chain space. Chain 1, then move into the next corner with 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1 as you move on to the next side, and 3 double crochets in the next chain space. So we're almost done this round. As you can see, our stitch marker on our beginning chain 4. Now chain 1, and we'll move into our last shell of the round. Just 2 double crochets into the corner space, and it is a little bit thicker because you are also going around a little bit of the chain 4. Finish off with a slip stitch by putting your hook through the chain 4, yarn over, and pull through, and then continue to pull through the final loop. Round 3 complete. To make a larger granny square, you would continue your rounds in this pattern, adding 1 more shell to each side on every new round. We are going to now finish our granny square with a simple single crochet border. Remove your stitch marker, chain 1, and attach your stitch marker to the chain. For this round on the corners, we will make 3 single crochets around the 2 chain space. For your first single crochet, put your hook under the 2 chain space, yarn over, and pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Put your hook under the 2 chain space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. One more time, put your hook under the 2 chain space, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. For the shell sections, we want to single crochet in the tops of each of the double crochet stitches from the previous round. Put your hook in the hole and under the 2 bars just to the right of the vertical double crochet stitch. The top of the stitch looks like 2 bars that are shaped like a V. Finish the single crochet by yarning over, pulling it through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now single crochet in the next stitch. Put your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, hook into that hole, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Similar to the corner, we are going to single crochet around the whole chain space. Put your hook under the chain space and yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. For the shell section, we're going to single crochet into the tops of each of the stitches. Put your hook in the hole at the top of the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat that twice more. Single crochet around the chain space, and single crochet into the top of each of the next 3 stitches. Like the last corner, we're going to make 3 single crochets around the 2 chain space. Single crochet into the top of each of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. Single crochet into the top of each of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. Single crochet into the top of each of the next 3 stitches. Make 3 single crochets around the 2 chain space. Single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. Single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. Single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. Three single crochets around the 2 chain space for the corner. Single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. Single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. Single crochet around the chain space. We're nearly done our last row and back to our stitch marker. Now single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches. We've made it around our last row. Now remove your stitch marker and we'll finish the project with a slip stitch. For the last slip stitch, put your hook under the first stitch of the row, yarn over, and pull up a loop, and continue to pull that through the other loop on your hook. That's your last stitch. Your granny square is almost complete. At this point, you want to cut your yarn to leave a 6 or 8 inch tail. Then pull the loop on your hook out and continue pulling until the end of the yarn pulls through. That secures the end of your project. To finish off your project, use a yarn needle to weave each of the ends through stitches of the same color to hide and secure the ends. Your first granny square is complete.